Why, hello everybody, Beamer Dude here, and in this video we're going to be pretty much ranking car brands, at least car brands that I mainly know about slash that comes off the top of my head that I could find. There's some others, but I shouldn't include them because literally I feel like nobody would know about them. But yeah, we have these car brands. Also, I fixed my main mic, so now I can actually use it. It was just a problem with OBS, not really the mic. Now, let's go over the ranks we have here. We have best car brand ever for one of these car brands. Absolute best. We have perfect, as in a really good car brand, and there's genuinely nothing wrong with it. We have pretty good. So car brands, pretty much B tier. Car brands that are good, but have some minor issues, like some difficulties whenever being used, like certain cars. Then we have it's okay. For example, I feel like a good example of this would be Honda. I mean, like, it's alright. They're pretty unreliable-ish. Maybe they're kind of reliable. I don't know. They're just meh, you know? It's alright. Then you have garbage. Car brands that just genuinely suck. We have absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. These are car brands that are just genuinely trash. Like, they don't have any good cars, and almost all their cars are unreliable, overpriced, or it's just a bad car brand overall. And then the worst car ever. Notice I didn't say car brand. And notice you can probably spot what I'm going to put in the worst car ever. Because I absolutely hate them! Now, let's start out with the first car. We have here Acura. My neighbor owns Acura. And they kind of remind me of Mazda. They don't look like Mazdas, but they kind of are on the same... I'm going to put it in it's okay. For next car, we have Alfa Romeo. Pretty good. They're on the pricey range, I will put that, but they're alright cars. Next we have, what is this? No, this is Bentley. Aston Martin, I believe. So, we have Aston Martin. I'm gonna put it in pretty good. Next we have Bentley. I'm gonna put it. I think they're a little bit reliable, or pretty reliable. So I'm gonna put Bentley in perfect because Bentleys are overall pretty cool cars. I mean, they look nice. They work well, at least to my knowledge. I've never been one, because I'm a freaking peasant, but they're alright. I mean, they're not bad cars. Next, we have Bugatti. Now, I'm going to put Bugatti up with Bentley. Bugatti is you know what? Is Bugatti and Bentley on the same level? Yeah, sure. Bugatti. I like Bugatti because, they have the power to almost make tire companies like Michelin go bankrupt. Especially that time where they were like, build car tires that can last our Bugattis. And if they have to do that, that's how you know they're quick. Bugattis are insanely expensive, but they're really cool cars. Their older models don't look the prettiest, but in fact they look pretty ugly, but they're alright. Next we have Buick. I'm going to put pretty good for Buick, just because Buick is a old-fashioned car. You can't go wrong with Buick. What do we have here? Cadillac. I'm going to put it with pretty good. I mean, Cadillacs are alright. I mean, they're not the greatest cars in the world. Personally, I think there's better looking cars. But Cadillacs, they're fine. Next, we have Chevy. I'm going to put Chevy in perfect. Pretty good. Not perfect, pretty good. Chevy, the reason I'm not going to put it in perfect is because their newer models are too overpriced. Trucks nowadays are just way more expensive and way bigger and way, quote-unquote, reliable than they actually are. They're not nearly worth as much as they should be, or they cost way more than they actually should. There's way too much stuff put inside of new trucks, so I'm gonna put Chevy in pretty good, because my mom whatever girl, she had a Chevy. That thing lasted forever. Like, that was probably, that truck, if she still had it, it could last her probably another 50 years.
Oh my
or 20
God,
years.
bro.
Chevys are
Hell no, man. What the
very
fuck, man?
Get
your ass on.
They're not the most reliable, but they're reliable. Next, we have, I'm going to put this in, it's okay, just because I can't tell what that is. Next, we have Citroen. I'm going to put it in pretty good. Next, we have Daimler. I'm going to put Daimler, I don't really know their cars, so I'm going to put Daimler in perfect, or I mean pretty good, just because whenever I think of Daimler, I think of World War II tanks. Next, we have Datsun. I don't think I have to argue that Datsun is a really good brand. I mean, let's be real, they made the My Summer Car, car. It's not really reliable, but I love it. That's a little, you know what, let me put it pretty good, because that's a little bit biased. Dodge. Their transmissions suck. That's the only reason I'm putting it in. It's okay. Jeep. Now, if we're talking about nowadays Jeep, it's going to be garbage, because they're insanely overpriced. But Jeep, overall, I'm going to put it in, it's okay. Ferrari. Pretty good. The reason I'm not putting it in perfect is because they never allow their customers to, let's just say, customize the Ferrari. It always has to be freaking red, white, or black. There's no in between. Oh, you're gonna put a Nyan Cat wrap on your freaking Ferrari? No! Lawsuit! And, yeah, just for that, I'm actually gonna put it in, it's okay. Actually, I'm gonna put it in garbage. Get out. Also, you guys told Lamborghini pretty much to screw off and keep building tractors, and now Lamborghinis are cooking y'all. Fiat. Pretty good. It's not the most reliable, but they have very iconic cars. And overall, Fiat, I like Fiat. I'm going to put this in, it's okay. I can't tell. What is up with y'all all copying each other's, like, images? What the crap? Next car brand. GMC. No, I'm going to put right there. GMC and Chevy right next to each other, because they're literally just the same exact car company. We have Hummer. Looks like Hummer. Pretty good. You know what? Yeah, pretty good. You don't know. Perfect. They have really good vehicles that are reliable. Although some Hummers look kind of ugly. I'd like to say sorry for not including Honda. Next, we have Hyundai. Look, my reason for me saying Hyundai as garbage is because I personally think they're pretty unreliable, and they literally just looked at a Honda and said, yes, let's go with that. Let's steal the name and let's steal the image. If any of you all in the comments state that Hyundai was made a year before Honda, I'll let you know right now that I will react to your comment with a nerd emoji. Next we have Infiniti. I'm going to put it in it's okay, because I don't know anything about Infiniti. Next we have Jaguar. They have pretty cool looking cars. I'm going to put it in perfect. Next we have, this is a truck company, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what this is called. I'm going to put it in pretty good. Next we have Kia. It's okay. The only reason I'm not putting it in pretty good is because their cars overall, all of them, just look very ugly. Next we have whatever the hell this is. I can't remember. It's okay. Next we have Lada, I think? What is this? Is this, pretty sure this is a Russian car brand. I can't remember what it is. I'm going to put it in, it's okay. Next we have Lamborghini. They're okay, they're reliable. You know what, yeah, I'll put it in perfect. They're good cars. Are they overrated? Yes. Next we have Land Rover.
Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael! Help me!
I heard they're not that reliable, so I'm going to put it in, it's okay. Next we have Blake. What is this? I completely forget. I'm going to put it in pretty good, because I like, kind of remember what this is, but I can't. Next we have Mack. I'm going to put it in perfect. I love Mack trucks. Next we have MAN. We're going to put it here, just because it's a German truck company, I should say, and it has the best name out of all of these. Simple MAN! I kind of forget the name of this, but it's okay. Next we have this brand. I completely forget what this is called, too. No, Maybach. Okay, yeah, this is Maybach, I'm pretty sure. Maybach, they have pretty good cars. They don't look the worst. Mazda, your cars are nice, and I love the RX-7, but they're unreliable, and whenever they do break, the freaking Mazda dealerships never fix them. In fact, they just make it worse, so you have to pay more. And I would know that from experience. McLaren, we're going to put that up pretty good, because I'm not going to have it on the same level with, like, Fiat. McLaren is really good. Are their cars reliable? Pretty much. I mean, they're really expensive, but they're okay. Mercedes, perfect. I think Mercedes are really nice. Next we have, I can't put my finger on it, but, what is this car brand called again? I'm gonna put it, it's okay. Next we have Mini. These cars, they're not the most reliable, and they kind of look strange, but also I hate them in freaking Car Mechanic Simulator, because I remember that time I could never find out what was wrong. Next we have Mitsubishi, also known for making the Zero fighter plane World War II. Pretty cool. And they're decently reliable, although they're not better than Subaru. Next we have Nissan. Their cars are unreliable. Next we have Ford. I'm going to put it on the same level as Chevy and GMC. They're very overpriced, like every other truck brand nowadays. And I genuinely think that they're meh. But it's GMC. I mean, it's Ford, so it's not that bad. Alrighty, next up for the cars, we have this. I'm thinking of Infiniti, but no, that'd be this car brand. So I kind of can't remember what this car brand is. My bad. I'm going to put it in It's Okay, because I know just, like, I forget the name of it, but their cars aren't the greatest. Opel. I don't know whether to put this in garbage or It's Okay. I'm going to put it in It's Okay, but every single time I think of Opel, I think of Nazi trucks. Just Nazi military trucks. That's what I think of every single time I think of Opel. Pagani. Easily a perfect. Pagani is a really good car brand, in my opinion. They're really fast, they're really nice looking, and they're overall a really good car. I'd say they're on the same level as McLaren and Bugatti. Next we have Peterbilt. I'm going to put it on pretty good. It's a pretty good truck brand. I mean, they're literally everywhere. Next we have Pergo. Perfect. Porsche. Porsche. Perfect. You can't go wrong with a Porsche. They look nice. They are nice. They're a mechanical nightmare. Or, you know, a mechanic's worst nightmare. But they're nice, alright? Are they reliable? Sure, yeah. Next we have, I hate to say it, but I forget what this car brand is, but I'm going to put it in, it's pretty good. Next we have Lexus. I've been in Lexus before. I think Lexuses are pretty good. Alrighty, next we have Volkswagen. Now, I could put it in best car brand ever, but I think it deserves the title of perfect. Besides, they're really reliable cars, and you can't go wrong with Volkswagen. In fact, I see a bunch of old Volkswagens everywhere. There's still Volkswagen Beetles. That's literally like one of the best cars ever. Although it was developed somewhat by Hitler, it's fine, alright? It's fine. Audi, pretty good. No, I'm gonna put it on perfect. Audi makes some of the best car ad roasts ever. Especially that one ad where they have the 4 keychains to the 4 different cars, talking about like BMW, sports, Mercedes, comfort, or luxury, I mean. Some other car brands, like Volvo, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember. Trabant, absolutely horrible. Their main car is a POS. I mean, it literally does not even have a fuel gauge. You have to freaking put what seems to look like an oil dipstick into the freaking fuel canister, which is inside of the engine bay. It's not like there's a fuel cap. You actually have to go in there and pour your fuel in. And it's a freaking 2-stroke. So you gotta make sure you're pouring in the correct amount of oil and gasoline. It's just a nightmare. It's a literal nightmare. Next we have BMW. Pretty good. Mechanic nightmares, pretty unreliable, but they're really nice cars, and my channel is literally Beamer, dude. So, I'm going to put it in pretty good, but I'm not going to be biased, because I'm not, really. BMW's just alright. It's pretty good. I will say, Audi, you're not as good as McLaren, and you're kind of before BMW by heart. So Audi, get out! Does anybody know what this car brand is? I can't place my finger on it. It's okay. Rolls-Royce, perfect. They're nice cars that look nice and are very expensive, so they better be very reliable. I don't know much about their reliability, but if they're the price that they are, they better be reliable. Because if they ain't, it's going in worst car ever. Specifically, worst car brand ever. Now, Saab. I might put this... No, I'm going to put this in perfect, because they make some of the greatest jet fighters of all time. And also, Saab is an amazing company. Celine, it's okay. I don't know much about their cars, but their cars are okay. This is Mercury, but Mercury also kind of trash. This is I think this is Vaz, or Gaz, however you want to say it, or some type of Russian car brand. I'm going to put it in garbage, because they're all pretty garbage. Subaru. Now, let's think here for a minute. Are Subarus the best cars ever? I'm going to put it in perfect, because they have insanely good... The WRX is one of my favorite cars, alright? But I can't be biased. This might be Saturn, I think. I'm going to put it in garbage. Tesla. Let me just explain my reasons right now. I love the way the Teslas look, other than the Tesla Cybertruck. That is literally a microwave on wheels. It looks... The Tesla Cybertruck looks like someone had to make up a shape. And then they were told to add in 2 more shapes. And on the paper, Elon Musk wrote in a shape and then the 2 circles. And then thought to himself, wait a second, this looks like a nice car. I'm going to make this in real life. Except he didn't know how to actually curve it and everything and make the corners look good. And not to the point where if you were to get hit by a Tesla Cybertruck going at least 30, you're going to break your freaking spine. Trust me. It's going to kill you if you get hit by a Tesla Cybertruck. Also, they catch on fire. And not as much as that now, but they used to catch on fire frequently. Also, you can never find freaking charging points, charging ports, same thing. Never can find them because they're freaking unique. It's like harder to find than a person in Wyoming, you know? Like, you're not going to find a charging point. And if you do, it's going to be used. And, they're not very efficient because it takes like 82 hours just to freaking charge a Tesla Cybertruck. Yes, that's over-exaggeration, but it kind of is the truth. Toyota. Listen here. To everyone else. Toyota arguably makes the best cars ever. They make the most reliable cars out of all these car companies, alright? Most Toyotas, especially the Toyota Camrys, are still driving on the roads today. Especially Toyota Corollas, they're still driving, you know? They're still on the roads. You see Toyotas everywhere. They're cheap, they're reliable, and they're efficient, especially in miles per gallon. Best car brand literally ever. And don't even get me started on the old Toyota Hilux. That thing literally got dropped flying 400 feet and still survived the crash and could start. Next, we have this car company. I'm going to put it absolutely horrible because I don't know it, and I'm pretty sure they're not. You know what? No, I'll put it there. It's okay. Volvo. Before any of you Volvo fans come arguing with me, I tend to see Volvos destroyed, especially in junkyards. And Volvo is the only car brand from a car brand, that I've seen on the side of a road with a hole straight through the hood because it caught fire. Yes, I've seen a car catch fire before, in flames actually, the entire thing was on fire. I think the guy even died. It's because he crashed, alright? The Volvo I saw just combusted. Your car isn't supposed to combust, alright? It shouldn't catch fire. For that reason, I'm going to believe that they're unreliable. Also, their cars don't look the greatest. It kind of looks like they want to be like the wannabe Volkswagen. Just get them out. And for, as you can tell, worst car ever, Chrysler, otherwise known as the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Where do I start with this thing? This is quite literally the most ugliest car I've ever seen. It's a wannabe old-fashioned car with a modern car. This looks like some type of prototype vehicle from the 1940s from the Soviet Union. It looks horrible. Not only that, the second they go off the car, the second they go off the car lot, they just get dirty. I mean, like, they don't even look nice. The rims are always, like, a different shade of, like, gray than the actual color itself. The car has one of some of the worst proportions I've ever seen. It is insanely ugly. It's it's a front bumper, and its grill looks ugly. Not only that, literally every single junkyard I have seen, there's at least been one of these freaking PT Cruisers in there, which proves that they're not reliable. They're in fact very unreliable. These are just my own opinions. If you have your own opinions, then that's fine. I'm not going to kill you for it. And if you actually love the PT Cruiser, that's fine. But you better not catch me seeing you it, because I'm going to pop all your tires, and I'm going to throw a pipe bomb through your freaking window. Specifically your PT Cruiser window, because these things are insanely ugly and they need to be all destroyed. Other than that, some of them are just actually facts, like Trabant, Tesla, Toyota, stuff like Subaru, Volkswagen. They're just facts, alright? Mainly opinion, but also half facts. Except for Datsun, because Datsun pretty good is kind of false. It should be an absolutely horrible, but due to bias, I'm going to put it in pretty good. That's going to conclude for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, go check out some of my other videos, I guess. And I'll see y'all in the next one.